I'm Danielle, your host of the Abridged to Motherhood podcast, the place where moms like you learn to thrive, not just survive through pregnancy, birth, and postpartum. I'm a birth and postpartum doula and a mom of two who's been where you are. My first pregnancy was filled with so much excitement, but it was also marked by stress, anxiety, and fear of the unknown. I thought I had everything mapped out, but when postpartum hit, I realized how unprepared I was for the physical, emotional, and mental toll of motherhood. It was overwhelming, lonely, and nothing like I imagined. When I found out I was pregnant again, I knew I needed to approach things differently. I made it my mission to not only prepare for postpartum, but to prioritize myself in the process. That shift changed everything. Now I'm here to help you do the same. Whether you're navigating your first pregnancy, feeling buried under endless advice, or struggling to figure out what you actually need for postpartum, this podcast is your safe space. You'll find practical tips, honest conversations, and expert insights to help you feel informed, supported, and empowered through every stage of motherhood. If you're ready to feel confident, prepared, and truly supported in your motherhood journey, stick around. This is for you. Hey there, friends. Welcome back to episode 5. We are on a roll. And today's episode is all about protecting your mental health on social media as a new mom. And let me just say, this was a huge battle for me, especially with my first baby, because it's so tempting to go to social media to answer your questions or even Dr. Google, but oftentimes it just led me feeling so much worse. Social media can be such a tricky place to navigate. While it can be full of support, inspiration, and connection, it can also lead to a lot of stress, cause you to compare yourself to other moms, compare your baby to other babies, and just put this overwhelming amount of pressure on you to be this perfect mom. So today I'm sharing 5 tips for protecting your mental health on social media as a new mom, because trust me, you do not want to find yourself sucked into the comparison game or continually scrolling instead of just soaking up those precious moments with your new baby. If you've ever found yourself feeling anxious or inadequate after scrolling through your feed, you're not alone. Social media is a constant stream of these curated posts, perfect pictures, and best of moments. And while it can feel like everyone else has it all together, the reality is far different. Although I feel like the tides are changing a little bit, a lot of creators are showing more of the nitty-gritty side of parenting and living life with a newborn baby. There is just so much still that makes you feel like you just have to have it all together. As a new mom, you're already juggling so much. You're trying to recover physically. You're navigating the ups and downs of your hormones. You're figuring out your new identity as a mother, and then adding social media into the mix. It can feel like you're constantly being told you're either not doing enough or you are not enough. And that is the furthest thing from the truth. How do we protect our mental health while still using social media? Let's dive in. Number 1, curate your feed like a boss. Imagine your social media feed as your living room. You wouldn't just let all these random people into your living room, and on top of that, you wouldn't let a bunch of random strangers tell you how to parent while you're still wearing yesterday's pajamas with spit up all over them. Nope, we don't need it. So unfollow, block, mute accounts that make you feel less than, whether it's that gigantic mom influencer or if it's just an acquaintance that you know that is really making you feel inadequate. Instead, follow accounts that make you feel seen, supported, encouraged, or genuinely entertained. Bonus points for anything that makes us laugh, because laughter is by far the best therapy. Number 2, set boundaries with your scroll time. I've been there a million times. You think you're just going to look up one thing and you fall into that black hole of scrolling, and now 2 hours have passed. Especially during those 3 a.m. feeding sessions, put the phone down. While it's tempting to keep scrolling until your phone falls on your face because you're falling asleep, try to set time limits on your social apps or designate tech-free hours. A simple tip is to put it away when it's time for dinner to start, and then don't pick it back up. It will help you sleep so much better. And if you feel like you really need to check it quickly before bedtime and put it down so that you can get some restful sleep with your baby. Your baby's going to thank you for all of that extra eye contact, and you'll have time to maybe read that book that you downloaded on your Kindle 3 months before the baby arrived. Let's give it a go. Number 3, resist the comparison game. Spoiler alert, nobody's life is as perfect as it looks online. That influencer's perfectly posed photo with their newborn probably took 237 attempts and a crying fit and 3 changes of outfits. Instead of comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel, remind yourself your journey is your own. Celebrate the messy, the real, those beautiful moments that make your story unique, unfiltered, and all. Number 4, engage with purpose. Social media is so much fun when you are part of the conversation. So instead of just passively scrolling, join some supportive mom groups. You can search on Facebook for a local mom group. You can maybe join an in-person group that then has a group chat and comment in there. Ask questions. Maybe DM that mom who you feel like, hey, we have some things in common. Ask her for a play date if she's local, or just start a chat in the DMs and build a digital village of moms who get it and can help you feel less alone, especially when you're navigating all the highs and lows of new motherhood, because let's be honest, there's a lot of them. And number 5, take regular detox days. This is something that I am really working on. I'm trying to make Saturdays a day that I am not on my phone at all. And sometimes the best thing that we can do for our mental health is to just log off completely. Delete those apps off of your phone for the day. Give yourself permission to take that break and use that time to focus on real life connections. Get outside, binge watch a favorite show instead of being on your phone while baby's napping or while you're feeding. And can I suggest The Office? It is my favorite comfort show. If you've never seen it, you will laugh so hard. I rewatched that both times with both my kids. Oh, and of course, New Girl in Parks and Rec. And I want to leave you just with some closing words of encouragement. You are doing an amazing job. I don't even know you, but I know that if you care about being a good mom, that you are doing an amazing job. Your journey is uniquely yours. You don't need to compare it to anyone else's. You were made to be your baby's mom. Social media will always be there. You can go back to it anytime you want, but your peace of mind and well-being should be your top priority. If you found these tips helpful, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. Make sure to share with a fellow mom who's maybe struggling with social media, and DM me at A Bridge to Motherhood if you want to continue this conversation more. Just not on your detox days, okay? I can't wait for you to hear next week's episode. We are going to be talking about creating your postpartum support team, and it's going to be a good one. Thanks so much for tuning in to the A Bridge to Motherhood podcast. I'm so glad you were here today. If you loved this episode, I'd be so grateful if you could leave a review for the podcast on whatever platform you're listening on. Share it with a friend or snap a screenshot and tag me on social media. If you decide to leave me a review, go to abridgetomotherhood.com/review. That link is also in the show notes so that I can send you a little gift in the mail. Your support helps other moms to find the podcast, and it truly means the world to me. Remember, your motherhood journey deserves your care and attention. Until next time, keep showing up for yourself, mama, and don't worry, I'm here to help every step of the way. See you soon.